You are now tuned in to the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. It is such a pleasure to welcome you all to my show. Sit back, relax, because we're about to take you to another level. This show aims to entertain, enlighten, and educate the minds of our generation. Are you ready? Well, without further delay, allow me to introduce your host, me, Miss Yvonne!
What's up, y'all? What is up? How are y'all doing out there? My beautiful people. Not my beautiful people, but God's beautiful people. How are y'all? I hope y'all are having a great, great day today. Today, you are now tuned into a show that I like to call Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It is all about let's talk about whatever we want to talk about. Whatever is relevant at the time, whatever's on our mind, let's talk about it, let's discuss it, and let's get to the bottom of it. I'm all about getting to the root of a problem because that's how you heal in life. A lot of us go through things and we don't know why we react in certain ways to certain things. And we also try to work ourselves or keep ourselves busy or try to drink it away, smoke it away, sex it away, whatever we can do to avoid addressing the issues. But ever since I've been here at the center, I've been coming face to face with a lot of the issues that I've been through in my own personal life and having to face them head on. And it reminds me of something that I read that said the only way out is through. And sometimes you got to work through your problems to get to the other side. And it can be scary. It could be frightening. It could be lonely. It can be painful. But that's how you heal. Think about having open heart surgery. Just thinking about it can give you anxiety. It could be frightening, just the thought of it. And then you go in there and then, oh my gosh, now it's painful because they have to open you up. And then they got to close you back and they're working in there and stitching you all together and just, really, really making a move on your heart. And all of that is painful at the time. Even healing is painful because then it's bruised and you see a scar and there's a wound. But over time, those wounds heal. And that's what I want to talk about today, is healing those wounds of the past. I met a lady today. I didn't know who she was. I don't know if it's because I'm black and I don't keep my ear to the street always like I think that I do. Because, I keep my ears to the streets, but I don't know nothing about that street. Okay, I had never heard of this young lady. Her story was totally unfamiliar to me. And I just really was oblivious to her story. So when I met her, it was like meeting a blank canvas. And when I saw this young lady, the only thing I could think of was, wow, she's beautiful. This lady looks like she hasn't been through anything in her life. She looks like Snow White. Like she lives happily ever after. She looks like she lives a good life. She looks like, she had a silver spoon in her mouth. And she looked like somebody I would easily just assume was rich and unbothered with peasants. That's how she looked to me. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. And I'm so happy to be wrong. And the reason why I was wrong was because it was the total opposite. This woman had not only been through something, she has been through something that I didn't even know really happens. Like I hear about it, but where I'm from, this don't happen like this. It just don't happen like this in real life where I come from. Like this lady was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. Not only was she kidnapped, but she was forced into a relationship between a man and a woman, and she was forced to be basically like their sex slave. She was sexually abused, kidnapped, taken away from her family, and she made it. She was with them for 9 months. Some of you out there, you might know exactly who I'm talking about right now, because people didn't even believe her. People thought she was making it up. People thought that she was tripping. People thought that she was lying. Like, who has time to lie about something like that? First of all, I wish one of y'all would. You know, people who sit out here and just carry on lies and instigate lies, like, y'all need something to happen to y'all. Like, for real, because that's just down bad. And I ain't wishing nothing bad on you, but if it happened, you brought that on yourself. I didn't wish it on you. You brought it on yourself. And the reason why I say that is because I'm friends with a lady, and this lady was raped. And she was raped by somebody very prestigious, okay? And so nobody wanted her to talk about it because he was a government official. Everybody wanted her to hush hush. Everybody wanted her to be quiet. People started acting like it didn't happen, like she was making this up. And she felt alone. She felt unheard and unsupported. And let me tell you, that's a terrible way to feel when you're going through something and when you're trying to heal. But it's funny how sometimes when you're trying to heal, God will put you by yourself and let you know, look, honey, it's just me and you. Only God could get you through some things. See, when my heart was broken and I was left with nothing, when I'm telling you, I was left with nothing. My family stripped everything from me, everything. I don't know to say my family or to say God, because I know that it's part of a bigger plan in life. But when people that you love strip you of everything and you're left with nothing, absolutely nothing, it's a hurtful place to be. Because when you have to forgive the people who hurt you the most because they're your family members, that's a really, really hard pill to swallow. But this young lady gave us hope. She didn't even have to say a word. It was just her presence. Because in our low moments, we were able to look at her and say, if you can come back and bounce back like this, we can do the same thing. Because when we seen her, I'm telling you, she didn't look broken. She didn't look busted. She didn't look bitter. She didn't look disgusted. She didn't look none of that, y'all. She looked well kept. She looked rich. She looked sweet and kind. It made me wonder who would do a thing like this to such a sweet person. Who would take advantage of such a sweet young lady? But it also showed me that underneath all of that sweetness and kindness is a warrior. It's a warrior in this young lady. And even though she might look meek, she's a fighter. Because she fought for her life. She fought to stay alive. She fought to survive. She fought to make it. She fought for peace. She fought for her happiness. She fought for her life. And if anybody is out there, man or female, fight for your life. Don't be scared to speak out, and don't be scared to speak up. This young lady right now is out. You can find her all over the internet. There's a movie about her. And if you don't know who she is, her name is Elizabeth Smart. And Smart is exactly what she is. Because she used her triumph. She used her trials and tribulation, and now she gets to triumph after that. Now she gets to go around and tell her story. You know, that story could have shut her up. She could still be living in fear. She could still have nightmares. She could still be bitter if she wanted to. But she's proof that you can heal and you can let go. You can let go of past hurts. You can let go of past pains. You can let go of negativity and anything that doesn't serve you and flip it around and turn it for your good. Because with God, all things is possible. This lady today has inspired me so much to keep going and to not give up, because I'm not where I want to be yet. See, y'all are catching me in the middle of my storm. I'm not on the other side yet, but I'm coming there. I'm on my way there. And to see somebody else that made it gives you hope to keep going. When you're in that water deep, ain't nothing like looking out the deep water and seeing no shore, no land in sight. But if you'll keep your eyes on God, and what I mean by that is if you keep your eyes on hope, because he'll have your back when nobody else has your back. That's why I have to say this so much, because nobody has my back but God. That's why I have to give him all the glory. I don't care what nobody says. I know there's a God because I've hit rock bottom. Even where I am is a step up from where I was. You understand? When you have nothing, you can turn to him. I would hate for it to come to that point for you to turn to him. But I'm so grateful that I've been through any of this, because one thing it has done is show me who God is and how much he supports me and how much he'll give me the desires of my heart. And I know if he did the same thing, if he'll do it for me, he could do the same thing for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a video of Elizabeth Smart's testimony in the wording. And if you have some time, check it out. You know, she has a documentary. There's a movie. Feel free to check that out so you too can be inspired. And you can see how beautiful this woman is. And you can also know that better days are ahead. Better days are ahead. I just looked at this lady in amazement. Like, girl, look how good you look. You don't look like nothing you've been through. And baby, that's how you're supposed to make it over. You ain't supposed to just survive. You're supposed to thrive. You got that? So if you hear me and you hear my voice, I want you to listen and listen good. You are not a failure. You are not a loser. You are not anything that they say about you, and you are not anything that you say bad about you. You are a child of the God, the Most High, the one and only. Can't nobody beat him. When you on his team, you on the winning team. So that means you're a winner. And you put your big girl panties on, and you put your big boy pants on, and you get out there and you man up. You understand me? You don't let this life take you. You live this life, and you don't just live this life. You get everything Jesus died for. And you know what he died for? For you to not only live, but to live more abundantly. That's what you do. So stand up, my warriors. Fight for your life. Fight for your peace. Fight for your happiness. And after you finish fighting, you turn around and reach back and grab somebody else. That, my friends, is a winner. All right? Y'all be cool. Remember what I said. Listen not only with your ears, but also with your heart. May God bless each and every one of you. This has been the Miss Yvonne Show. Peace.